Hello everyone, and welcome to Supermarket Simulator. I'm VelvettB, and thank you for joining me on this adventure. So, I don't normally record Supermarket Simulator, but I thought I'm really into it at the moment, so why not share my little supermarket adventure? I think that could be fun. So, let's maybe start a new game. So, welcome to Supermarket Simulator. You'll start with a small store and grow to an awesome supermarket. Start by purchasing goods to sell and place them onto the shelves. Don't forget to set prices with a profit to avoid bankruptcy. Have fun! So, I have been playing this pretty consistently for a couple of weeks now, maybe a week or so, and yeah, I'm loving it. It's so much fun. But we only start out with $50, so we've got to be super careful about what we buy here. I definitely want to buy some bread. And I want to get the most expensive item as well because we might be able to make a little bit more money with that. So let's get that one, as it's $35 and that's 47. So I guess that's our money spent. So we've ordered that from our computer. This is our counter and that's our shelf. So it's pretty basic setup to begin with. We don't have our storage area open yet. So this is going to be our storage area when we unlock it. And I'm going to get the goods inside. So onto our shelves and throw that out, and then we're going to set our price. So I genuinely actually go at like $1 over market price. So I'm going to go $4.95. If there's a lot of complaints, then I might look at it again. But generally, I mean, there'll be the odd person that'll complain, but it's not too bad. And then we've got our lovely Choco Picks, always popular. Chocky Pick. Chocky Pick. So those are $5.98, so I'll do those at $7. Those, actually, I might do those at... No, I'll just leave that at $4.95. It's going to be a pain for change, but oh well. So we've got a little bit of stock on the shelf, which means we can now open our doors. We're officially open for business. Oh, and our first customer. Yes! Gonna buy some bread. Bread. 90, because of course. I hate the people that come in with their $100 bill and buy one thing. It's just like, what are you doing? At least buy two things. Okay, and we're gonna do that. 7, done. So we've sold our first 2 items. We've checked out on what's called, I don't know what do you guys call this? I call it FPOS because that's what we call it, but I don't know if that's what everybody calls it. We little known fact maybe about New Zealand, but we were actually the trial for FPOS throughout the world. So we got it before everybody else in the world, which is not something we often get before other people. We don't, because we're at the bottom of the world, we don't often get a lot of things, but we were the trial for electronic transfers. So we are kind of ahead when it comes to that. We've had it for such a long time. It's very much ingrained in our culture to use electronic, to use cards basically for everything. Like cash we basically don't use anymore. So we've got $41. Let's do a little bit more stock ordering. So maybe we could get some flour, some oil. Can we afford 32? And I don't think we've got quite enough for powdered sugar. Okay. So I reckon after the next sale, we can maybe order some powdered sugar. So we'll do some pasta. So I want to price that $4.15. You got to be careful. Like if you put them on the shelf, and then someone will come along and buy it, and then they get it like super cheap. So you got to watch those people, because sometimes they can be a little sneaky like that. We're gonna go $5.50. $4.15. And $4.15. Didn't like the price of our bread. I have to keep an eye on that. Okay, so we've got our oil. So the thing is, if someone comes in, like every time you unlock a level or unlock some more items, or a license as it's called, if you don't get the items on the shelf before someone comes in, then they might come in looking for an item that is licensed to you, and then that counts as an item not found, which is something that we'll have a look at when we do the daily end of day stuff. But yeah, I've noticed that it does actually count as something not found, which is kind of annoying. So you kind of want to get all of the items on the shelf as quickly as possible so that you're not losing or not getting that little negative thing. Because I think you might lose experience points when they can't find an item, which is not ideal. So we're at 5.85. There we go. So yeah, I have found like around about $1 does work well. Or I think other people might do it lower, because I was having a wee read up on the internet, on the interwebs, about pricing and stuff, just to see whether or not I was getting it right. Yeah, I'm just wondering if I should lower those a little bit, just until we get going a bit more and I can lift them up a bit. And yeah, people were saying they generally price things up around about 5 to 10% above market price. Yeah, I was going, yeah, as I said, a little bit higher. So yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a guessing game because you don't know. There's like, I think there's items that are really popular that you can get away with charging more for, like things like your toilet papers and maybe your cleaning stuff, bits and pieces like that. I think maybe you can get away with charging more on those, but it is hard to know. I want another box of cereal, but we can't afford that yet. That's okay. We haven't sold the whole shelf out. We're going to have a lovely empty box in the corner until, well, a slightly full box in the corner. Oh, somebody bought 3 items. Yes. But that's what you do until you get a storage space. You just kind of have to plunk it in the corner. That's the way of things. So the day ends at 9 o'clock. It actually, I find it's quite interesting because they actually do have it busier towards the end of the day, which makes sense because that's when people kind of get out of work. So it does make sense for the supermarkets to be busier, you know, after 5 p.m. and it does actually get busier. So it's like quite quiet in the mornings, which is logical because that's kind of, I worked in retail for years and that's kind of how it is. It's like usually really quiet first thing in the morning. Because we went open late, like on a day where you like close at 5:30 p.m., you'd usually be more busy around lunchtime. And yeah, so you'd be more busy around about lunchtime than you would be during like the end of the day. But in a supermarket, I think it makes sense to be busier at the end of the day. So they did actually think about how, you know, how the movement of customers sort of worked, which I think is cool. Like this is a game that is only in early access as well. I don't think it's on console, but it is on PC, definitely on Steam. So, and it wasn't too expensive. I think it was like $18 or something like that. I don't even think I got it on sale. I just really wanted it. Normally I wait till things are on sale, but I was just kind of like, it's $18. I think I can manage that. So I got that. So, and I've had like hours and hours of entertainment, so I've definitely got my money's worth from this one. But I get like really obsessed with having everything like in a really good order and like having everything organized by shelves in here and then like organizing your stockroom as well. Because I find later in the game, what I've got up to at this point is I've unlocked section 10. So I'll show you the sections in here. So in management, you have like different things that you can unlock. So you have the licenses so you can unlock different items. So there's a whole heap of different items. I haven't even unlocked all of these yet, like heaps and heaps of stuff. I think I'm up to this one. So this is the last one that I unlocked, so that one there. And then there's a whole lot of sections of the store that you can open up as well. So, yeah, so there's a whole heap of more. So, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've still got 14 licenses to open up. Like this last one, you got to be level 90 in the store and $65,000. to open that up. I mean, look, we've been trading for a day and we've got like $90. And then bills, they get paid automatically, so I don't worry about those too much. I don't really bother paying them in advance or anything. Oops. Yeah, okay. And growth. So our next section that we need to open up is section 2. And it goes all the way up to section 23, which you need $160,000 to open up. It's just like, ouch. So yeah, there is more that you can do there. You can hire people as well. So at the moment in my other supermarket, I've got 3 cashiers and 3 restockers. Yeah, restocking is just so important in this game. So let's end the day. So we had 18 customers, 5 products found expensive, not too bad. Store points 125. So we made $102. So you receive daily bills starting today. Make sure to pay the bills using your computer before their due date, or they'll be paid automatically. So whatever. The more electrical devices, the more expensive the bills. So let's just open the doors straight up because we've got enough products there. 102. So I wonder if we should order... We've ordered bread and we've ordered that. So maybe we can order one of each thing, just so we've got some extra. There we go. Yeah, so I found that I ended up finding it easier just to have people manning the tills when it got like a little bit busier, because I just spent my whole time restocking and ordering stock because you go through it so quickly. And that's really what the balancing act is, actually just making sure that you have the stock on the shelves, because if the customers are coming in, what's happening is that they're coming in to buy, but I think if you don't have the items on their list, then you're just losing sales, which is logical. So, you know, if you don't have items, you're losing sales, and, you know, that's not ideal, because you want to be making sure that each customer that comes in is buying the maximum that they will buy. That's my theory anyway. So yeah, so I found like the stock management and stock ordering as being the most important thing, and like the till early in the game is pretty important, but as you get on further in the game I find less important, because you can just have the cashiers. But I do sometimes like to jump on have a till spare so that I can just jump on and help customers when things get bogged down and busy. But yeah, I got to the point, and I know I'm just on section 10, so I haven't really even like gotten really deep in the game or anything like that. Yeah, I found that it was just getting so busy, like just getting stock on the shelves, even with 3 restockers and myself, just like getting the stock ordered and then get it into the storeroom, because your restockers actually don't pick up your deliveries and put them on the shelves. All they do is restock from the racks that you can purchase for your storage room, and then put it on the shelves. Unless it's on the restock shelf, they won't actually do anything. So there's like the small racks. So these go into the storage room, and unless the product is on that shelf, the restockers won't touch it. So you've actually physically got to pick up the stock from the footpath and put it onto the shelves. Otherwise, nothing gets restocked, or you have to restock it yourself. So that is that's quite time consuming, because you're running back and forth quite a lot, running all the stock into the stock room, so your restockers can actually get to work. Plus, your restockers can be quite slow. So, you know, you might have 3 restockers, but your stock doesn't really get all that full unless you spend some time after hours just standing there and going through and restocking it manually, and then you can sort of get on top of it. But it can be, yeah, quite hard to stay on top of those, even with a whole lot of restockers restocking the shelves, because they're not the fastest. But they're certainly something that you need, because I wouldn't do without them. Very handy indeed. Okay, so we've got 145. So what we've got to do now, next, is purchase product license using computer. So I believe our first license is 200, so we'll just go double check that in a second. And, whoops, market management licenses. And so we need $200 to purchase our first license, which means we can do the next lot of goods. And obviously you want to have as many goods as you possibly can, because later in the game you get stuff that's more expensive, and you can get that extra profit on. Because I think I was talking about how there are some items where they're popular and necessary, and you can actually get away with charging like a little bit more for them. So things like your toilet paper, some of the alcohols as well. What else? As I said, the cleaners can be quite good as well. But I'm sure there's like more stuff that I haven't even, really explored yet that you could probably charge more for. I might have to order some more bread and choco. Because the thing is, if I run out of stock, I ain't selling nothing. Pasta's too expensive. Oh, diddums. That's so sad. So yeah, I actually streamed this the other day in my current supermarket, although I've been playing a little bit since then and expanded it. And yeah, I had so much fun streaming it. I thought, well, why don't I just put a couple of things on pause, play-wise on my channel, and we'll just play a little bit of Supermarket Simulator for a while. Like, I probably won't do all the grinding on camera, like, because there is a bit of grinding in the game, obviously, because you need to make money. And it does sometimes take a little while to save up the cash. Not so much in the beginning, but as you get on a little bit, I have found, it'll take a few days of just restocking and selling and, that sort of thing to actually reach your goal. So you kind of do have to grind a little bit as far as that goes, but in the early goings, there's enough going on. It's entertaining, but I thought, little bits of, we need some flour. What was I going to say? Yeah, I thought we could just do sort of like a short impromptu series on the channel and explore Supermarket Simulator, because I'm currently, gripped in the obsession of this game, so why not take advantage of it and have some fun? Because you know how you just sort of go through phases where you really enjoy playing a particular game. You just like a new game that you discovered, or an old game that you're really just getting back into, or something like that, and you just want to play that all the time. Although I find like I get sort of fuzzy-headed if I do it for too long. Because you're just kind of running back and forth, and it is like a little bit repetitive, but you're having to think about what you're doing. And like your stock levels and how much to order. Do you need to hire people? It's just, yeah, it's fun. Velvet is obsessed with Supermarket Simulator at the moment. There we go, 19. And 550 change. What we got here? Flour and pasta. So as I said, it does actually get busier after 5 o'clock. So we've hit the 9 o'clock period, which is sort of the last rush as such. But as you get more products, you actually start to get more customers as well. So what I'm going to do is finish the day. So that's really good actually. So our pricing's actually pretty on point. So we're going to start our next day. Now, at the start of the day, you quite often get a notification about price changes. So you do need to keep an eye on those as well. So we'll talk about that a bit more when that comes up. But price changes do have a big effect on things. So before we open, I would like to go into management's licenses purchase. So the thing is, when you purchase a new product, this is where it gets tricky. You need to have enough money to purchase one box of each of the items so that you can have them on the shelf, so that when people come in, they're not looking for something that isn't there. So you're missing out, so you're getting your negative points. The problem with this is I have not saved enough money for all of these things, because the coffee, the tea, and sort of the eggs, but mainly the coffee and the tea, these are going to cost me $55.92 and $55, so over $100 just for those. But I'm going to get the coffee, and I'm not going to get the cheese because we need a fridge. And we need a fridge for the water, we need a fridge for the eggs, and we need a fridge for the milk. And we don't have enough money for the tea as well, so I'm just getting the coffee. The fridge actually costs, I want to get this one, $3.75. because it saves you a bit of money, really. So rather than buying 2 fridges, you save 25 bucks and just get the big fridge. We're going to need it anyway, but yeah, we need a bit more money. So I probably should have thought that through before I opened it, but I was too busy talking. So we're going to have some people that are going to leave unhappy. So coffee, you can sometimes get away with charging a little bit more. So I'm going to try 12 and see how we get on with that. And let's open our doors, because we need to purchase a fridge. Yeah, I did not think that through. Too busy explaining what to not do that, and then I do it. That's the problem. Too busy yakking. Oh, don't have enough money to get the icing sugar done it. So we can fill up. So the morning is actually, I find, really good for infilling. So getting the stock on the shelves and just catching up on that, because it is really quiet. There's hardly any customers come in the morning. So that is a good chance to catch up on your little chores. Get things done. And now we can buy ourselves a box of icing sugar. Yay! Oops. Purchase. If you want to go walk faster, what you need to do is hold down shift, just by the way. If you're wondering why I'm speeding so fast, that's how. It's a pretty common, most games on PC, if you want to sprint, you hold down shift, don't you? I find that a lot of the games it is shift. So the flour, they're saying a little bit expensive. This lady's going to buy some coffee? Yeah, I thought she might buy some coffee. She looks like she needs a good coffee. $32.90. So we're saving up 3. Actually, we only really need 1 fridge, because we can split things amongst the shelves for a while, because we're not busy enough to really need a shelf for each item. I find as you get a little bit busier, I do have each item on a shelf. There's a couple of, it's like the big bulky items like the potatoes and the toilet paper and the beer. There's the bigger items you need a little bit more shelf space for, but most items you can just get away with having a whole shelf for, and that'll get you through a day's trading when you get busier. 112. Okay. Feel like we are missing out on sales, but that's fine. Not much I can do about that. Sometimes you just make these mistakes. Should have saved longer, but I didn't want to. I wanted to just buy my cool items. Have the coffee. You know, there was one time where I didn't realise you could actually close the register. And I had a cashier as well as myself. And what I'd done is I'd closed the cashier's counter so I could get all the customers through to my counter so I could process them faster. Except, and then in the next morning, I forgot to take it off. And the next morning I closed my counter because I wanted to do some stock filling. And so I had both counters closed, and I didn't notice for ages. I've been filling in the stock and that sort of thing. And then I noticed customers wandering around, and they're just like, my checkout is busy or full or something like that. And I was just like, what? And then I saw that I'd closed the checkout, and I was like, whoops. But none of the customers left. They just wandered around the store looking at items for ages without leaving. And yeah. I didn't actually lose any customers from it, but it was a bit busy. When I finally realized and opened the counter. 128. Okay. So yeah, to close the counter, you just need to push E. Checkout closed, checkout open. Easy as that. And I do like to close the counter with the what are they called? Cashiers. Couldn't find XAR. There we go. That was bound to happen. I do like to, as I said, close the cashiers every now and then because they're methodical. Let's just put it that way. So I can actually zap people through faster. So at the end of the day, if you've got a long line, I will just like close the counter and just zap them all through myself, because it's much quicker than waiting for them to finish and just go zap, 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 zap. Which is the plotting pace that they do. Couldn't find... Oh, my roast is out. My coffee. Hang on, coffee on the shelf, coffee on the shelf. Ah! Dude likes his pasta. But I'm having so much fun, just like, I don't know, I'm a little inventory nerd, I think. Just playing around with inventory and getting things in order and all organized. Just makes me happy. Just brings me to my happy place. So if you're a person that likes playing around with inventory and having a nice, clean, organized inventory, then this is the game for you. Why didn't I order pasta? Odd. So we're up to 132. We should be starting to get a little busier now for a little bit. Hopefully we get up to at least a couple of hundred, and then maybe another day's trade, and we can get our fridge. That would be great. Alright, what needs restocking? Our flour? At least at this stage it's easier to keep track of your stock. Which is nice. I need some more icing sugar. I do have a little bit of a bad habit of over ordering. You should see my stock room in my other game, and you'll see it as I progress with this one. I like to have heaps of stock in the back as well, which is ridiculous from a reality point of view, because you would never have that much stock out the back. It's just so much stock out the back. But I find like when you've got restockers and stuff and you're just restocking the shelves, you kind of have to restock an order from what's out the back rather than what's in the store. If that makes sense? Does that make sense that you would do that? That's how I do it anyway, because it's just easier to keep track of what we don't have by the gaps on the shelf out the back, because I have it all sort of organized in a way where I can see what I'm missing. And that's what I order from. 220. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, one more day and we'll see if we can get ourselves a fridge. Yeah, I know, product's not found. Boo. So this is our market prices. So Kraft Time flour, Ron's sliced bread, and the milk. So that means that this market price has changed, which means we need to alter our prices, otherwise they're going to think we're too expensive. So I'm going to take that down to $3.75, and then the other one was Ron's bread, and the other one was the milk, which we don't have. I might actually leave the bread as is. Let's open up. I think we need another, yes, we need another thing of coffee. There isn't much in a bag of coffee, in a box of coffee, so I find you do go through things like pasta and coffee quite quickly, because there's not a lot in the box, so you do need to kind of order them quite frequently, whereas there is things like your oils and stuff last a little bit longer because there's more items in the box. If that makes sense. Do some icing sugar. So for the storage, when we open that up, let's have a look and see how much that's going to cost us. So storage, so you need $800 to unlock that. So that takes a little bit before you can get to that point where you can unlock your storage and start having storage racks. And you kind of want to save up, I'd say at least 1,000, maybe 1,200, just so you can get your racks as well. But it does take a little while before you get to that point and have that open. And then it takes, I think, a couple of upgrades before this door opens. So that door will open at some stage, but you need, yeah, a couple of storage upgrades before it does. 10. Come on, buddy. Buy 10 things. I love the people that buy like multiple things. I'm like, yeah, you're my champion. Oh, he's getting heaps of stuff. Nice. This might be our biggest sale yet. $28.50. Yay. So we're at 217. Can we get to, how much was it? 325? Let's have a look. 375. Okay, 375 by the end of the day is our aim so that we can get ourselves a fridge. Although we kind of want to have like a little bit more so we can get some stock as well. Oh, we'll see how it goes. No point planning for something that we can't plan for. We don't know how much people are going to spend. Ooh, nice. 28.50, still our record. And 6.50. 27.50. I like this. Ka-ching. Might have to order some more stock though, it's the problem. Nope, coffee's full. Bread full? Nope. Bread need. Hang on, let me do this box first. So, to get your boxes down, so you can see on the side there, close is C. You can throw boxes if you want to do that. And you can open the box and it's G to drop, so you can place it on the ground. I have noticed every now and then there is a glitch where you try to place the box on the ground and it just stays red and you can't do it. I've had to actually log out a few times because of that. The get around that I have for that, rather than exiting out straight away, is if you do have a storage rack, you want to put the box on a storage rack. Hopefully you have a spare space, and then you can exit and save. But you definitely want to exit straight away because it is a glitch and you can't. I haven't worked out a way around it besides that, and closing and restarting the game. As I said, it is early access, so you kind of expect that sort of thing. But other than that, and sometimes I found your restockers can get stuck as well. Shoot, we're out of pasta. So they'll get stuck in a loop where they're trying to restock something and they can't. Oh, what else do I need? Flour. Okay, so I need flour, pasta, chocolate picks, icing sugar, and coffee. There we go. It's really easy to spend a lot of money on stock. Anyway, so they get stuck on a shelf or something, and I didn't need coffee, darn it. And they kind of just stand there. And what you have to do is you have to work out what it is they're trying to restock, and you restock it yourself, and then that will unstick them. But that is easier said than done, obviously, because it is a little bit of a work, particularly if you've got a lot of items, trying to work out what it is. I mean, you can probably see, I find it happens in the storage room or in the store, but you can actually see where they're standing. Will give you a clue as to what's actually causing the hiccup, and then if you just check those shelves, make sure they're fully restocked, more often than not that'll unstick them. I've found, like, even starting a new day, they will still be stuck throughout the new day as well. There's nothing that'll unstick them unless you, I guess, log in and log out as well is another option. But I found if I just find the item that's sticking them up as far as restocking goes, then they'll just fix themselves up just fine. So there is a few little glitches that I've found along the way, but nothing too unmanageable. But if you do have the issue where you don't have stock racks or and you can't put the box down, like it's all red, I don't know a way around that. Unfortunately, you're just going to have the box stuck there and you're not going to be able to do anything. So you're just going to lose progress. So don't forget to save. There's some wise words. Hydrate, stretch, and don't forget to save. Coffee. But other than that, I haven't really noticed any issues. So, I mean, just odd graphic issues and stuff where some of the characters will have things a little wonky, or their hair will show through their clothes, or their clothes will show through, like, there'll be like little marks or something showing through their clothes, but nothing too major. So that's not too bad. I mean, it is not, you know, A+ game or anything, but it's an A+ game to me because I'm really enjoying it. How are we going? 3:57. We're not doing too badly, but it is 9 o'clock, so can we make... Well, we need to save a little bit of money for some stock, though, so... We're not going to have quite enough to get our fridge, but that's fine. We actually have a bit of stock here to fill the shelves up and keep us going, so we shouldn't need to reorder. Are you going to spend $100? No. Ah, shame. Okay, we're going to close the day, and then we'll do one more day, and we'll wrap it up there for the episode. Okay, so powdered sugar's gone down, cheese has gone up, dark roast has gone down. Alright. So 8.30, so maybe we can get away with 10.50 on that. And powdered sugar. 3.86, 4.50. I hate that, because then your margin's lower. Boo! Don't like to have a low margin. I haven't at this stage really got a preference for some of the items that I like to stock. I mean, I stock everything anyway, because if you, as I said, if the customers come in and you don't have their item, I think you lose experience points or XP, so I try to have everything. But there are items that I do like to make sure that I have quite a lot of, if they're bulk items and stuff. But other than that, I think, yeah, items that sell fast, like your toilet papers. Potatoes generally sell pretty well. Some of the cheeses, some of the drinks and stuff, you know, things that you'll notice that will sell well, that you want to keep a decent amount of in your stock room. But most other things you should get away with just having a box or two out the back. Although I do tend to, as I said, overstock, so. Alright, so I think we might be able to actually grab our fridge now. And what have we got? 407. So what else can we order? Oh, I forgot we could order tea. Maybe I could order some milk and cheese. Nope, not cheese. Water? Yes. Yes, we can order water. There we go. And don't panic if people ding. They will wait a little while. I don't know if that makes them less satisfied, but they will wait. So you don't need to panic too much if it does ding. Okay, there's our fridge. And we can add in a couple of items, so yay! Quickly price that. $3.25. There we go, and $10.25. Yay, we completed 100 checkouts already. That was fast. So, what I've done to do this, because you can't actually start a new game in Supermarket Simulator. You have to continue the game you've got, or if you start a new one, it's actually going to override the game that you have. So I actually have a second Steam account and family share on, so that I can actually share games with my other accounts in my household. So like, I'll buy games and then I share it with the kids and stuff like that. And yeah, so I have a second account that shares with my main account, so that I can play a second game of this. And I actually do this with Disney's Dreamlight Valley as well, which I play on the channel here as well. And I have a second game as well as my personal game. So that's how I sort of get around that little problem, by having a second Steam account. Voila, just like that. And then I can start a second game. Easy peasy. So I do need to keep an eye on if we can order any more stuff, because the people are not happy that they can't find things. Of course they are. And we're probably going to have to start ordering some more stock as well. We're going to get low on stuff if we're not careful. I do love the no change people. So we need some cheese and tea and eggs. Yes, we've just got enough money. And then I think that's everything, right? 46 cents left. Just. So $4.75. 9. And then what have we got? Tea. So 7. Try it out. We could get lucky. People might buy it for 7. People like tea and cheese. $5.90. See how that goes. All right, so we shouldn't have. We'll have the too expensive thing, but we shouldn't have people going, "You don't have the item in the store." It's like, yes, I do. Well, unless I sell it, then I don't. So we're just about out of oil. Oh God. Flour? No, we're good on flour. And we're good on icing sugar, pretty much. Okay, we need to do some stock ordering. And turn the lights on. There's times where, like, I'll be busy stocking things and then, yeah, too expensive. And I don't realise it's gotten dark. And then, like, the customers are standing around in the dark. It's like, oopsie. Okay, so we need pasta, bread, oil. Can I afford chocolate bits? Yes, just. No. Ah! What? I guess it can't. Oops. That's okay. Oh, we definitely need. There we go. 13.50. So at this point, I mean, we've got a shelf free, so we can unlock another license if we need to, just depending on what it actually needs. Although it is a while before anything unlocks that you need a freezer for, which is good. I think we need to drop the price of that flour. $3.50. Try that. Ooh, nice. $28.50. $71.50. There we go. What you gonna buy? $21.50. $20.50. Thank you for not requiring any change, making my life easy, sir. Okay, well that's the right price for the flour because we're starting to sell that again, so that's good. And $1 change. What are we? 9 o'clock. So we're going to wrap up the day, wrap up the episode, and I hope you guys have had fun playing this with me. It's such a fun game, and I do recommend it if you are into, you know, cruisy, easy, fun games that do require, you know, a little bit of thinking, a little bit of a challenge, and a little bit of a grind as well. And as I said, it's not all that expensive, so it is a cheap entertainment that'll get you going for hours, particularly if you get like a little bit addicted to it like I did. So alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me for Supermarket Simulator. I hope you had fun, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.